Hi, welcome back to the High Pier. Oh my god, wait. That's my old YouTube channel. That's crazy. Hi, it's CJ, the real one, the only CJ. And today we are going to be we are going to be watching Iron Lung. I am so excited, and better yet, I'm gonna go watch it with some friends. So let's actually go to the cafeteria and see them. Just found a table to sit at. I got Dr. Pepper, rice, grilled cheese with potatoes. These are glazed carrots, and these are like spicy zucchini. Here's Sienna. And here's Caroline. It's very loud in here, honestly, so the audio is probably gonna be bad. Just finished the meal. I liked the first half of the grilled cheese sandwich, but this other half got this juice soaked up in it from the vegetables. The carrots and the zucchini was very like slimy. I didn't really like it. The oranges were good, and the rice was okay, but I kind of lost my appetite. That's when I got the oranges. I would give the entire meal overall like a 4 out of 10. I've had way better from here.
My name is Tiana, and for dinner I had a sandwich. You can kind of see the remnants. It had tomatoes, cheese, turkey, and sauce. And then I had Greek salad, at least the dining hall version of it. Wasn't that great. I would rate the sandwich a 5 out of 10. It was like my last resort. This was like a 4 out of 10 for Greek salad, but for dining hall food, like an 8 out of 10. And I have pink lemonade because I like it. That's everything I eat.
So first state your name, and then your address, and then your credit card information, and then tell me what you had for dinner.
So my name is Caroline. I live here, and I don't have a credit card. I had pepperoni pizza, tater tots, and some mandarin oranges, and some Dr. Pepper pizza. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Tater tots, a 2 out of 10. Oranges, 6 out of 10. Dr. Pepper 10.
Of course. Say hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Travis.
Hello.
What are y'all gonna get?
Undecided. I don't know.
What did you get, Travis?
Head bites.
Yum.
I want to see how much it costs. Okay, that's not what I typed. $2.50 for gummy worms? Are you gummy bears or worms?
Gummy bears.
How much are the gummy bears? $3.
Liam, what did you get?
I got gummy worms. They're $2.50. I feel cheated. I feel scammed. I feel cucked.
What do you call a dog on fire?
What?
A hot dog. Hello. Regal.
Sorry, I'm sick.
We're here. And then, believe it or not, the next thing that we did was we watched the movie.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, Travis, what did you think about the movie?
As a little Markiplier fanboy geek, it's 5 out of 5. Would watch 8 over other times. As a film person, I think it was very good for his first feature film. The fact that he edited it all on himself was great. The cinematography
that was very interesting.
and the fact that it was all in one room, like 12 Angry Men, is beautiful.
Yeah,
The
I felt
sound-
like even though it was in one room, it didn't get like he changed up the shots and
Yeah.
still made it consistently interesting.
The sound design was top tier, and just the fact that he self-funded this and didn't get it like a company is just amazing.
That was really cool. What did you think about the film, Liam? Oh wait.
3.5 or 4. I like that Markiplier got covered in blood. That was cool.
I liked hearing him whimper.
Yes.
That's all he did was and like that was all. What did you think about the movie?
You're a little close. 4 stars. It was really good, really cinematic, but I was a little confused by the end.
And what do you think?
I thought it was really good. 4 stars.
Just got back, and let me just say that movie was 2 thumbs up for me. I really had a fun time, not just with my friends, but also enjoying the film. It was really good. Before I go over what I thought were the pros and the cons of the film, I want to talk a little bit about the plot. So this is, right now is your chance for spoiler warnings, okay? You have been warned for spoilers. Spoiler warning, spoiler warning. There will be spoilers ahead. The film is about a guy, and he's on a mission in like this submarine, but this isn't any regular ocean. Oh, no. This is a blood ocean, okay? So things is serious. Things are very intense throughout the entire film. And because it's blood, you can't see through blood in a window. So what do? They use x-rays. And anytime you want to see your environment, you have to take a picture using the x-rays, right? So the character has to use, so Markiplier, his name I think was like Simon in the film, he has to navigate the floor of this blood ocean, essentially, trying to, at first I think he was trying to grab bones, and then they were going to take it up and they were going to examine the bones. However, after he does that, something terribly wrong happens, and I think like his wire got cut to be able to lift his submarine thing up and down. So they're not able to rescue him. And eventually the mission turns into him like...
Oh my gosh, I'm so sick.
So after his wire gets cut, the submarine of course falls back down to the ground, and when he wakes up, he's in a place that's not on the map. So he has to kind of look around through this new place and, of course, try to fix the submarine as things keep breaking around him. And eventually, I guess there was the ending did get a little bit confusing, but I think there was a monster in there that was attacking the ship. And at the very end, the monster chomped him up. But the new information that he had to extract was delivered to the people back at the surface. So I guess there was a good ending. The people got what they needed in the end. But yeah, now let's go over some of the pros and the cons of the film. First of all, let's start with some pros. First, I really like the opening sequence. The title cards and stuff at the beginning was phenomenal, and it fit in with the theme. And I thought the shots of him cranking the knobs and the numbers changing and getting a sense of the environment, with the wires and stuff at the beginning, was a very nice touch, and I felt like it flowed seamlessly with the film. Another pro was all the match cuts that they did were stellar. They were stunning. They were beautiful. I love myself a good match cut. So that was very nice to see that they were experimenting with the camera work. And I also talking about the camera work, was the Dutch angles that they did. There were a couple times where there was one shot in particular, it might be one of my favorite shots in the whole film, where has his hand on a knob, and a drop of blood comes and it hits his hand, and then slowly the camera tilts as we realize, oh shit, stuff's about to start going down.
Side tangent, I was thinking about this a little bit last night about what my favorite shot actually was, and it's this shot that you're seeing on the screen right now.
I also really liked the ending. I had a feeling he wasn't gonna survive at the end, and spoiler alert, he doesn't. He dies. But it's apparently for a good cause because it was bigger than him. As for some of the cons, I feel like the biggest issue that I had with the film was actually in the first half of the film compared to the second half. I feel like the film managed this issue better in the second half. But for the first half, anytime the submarine would get shaken, I feel like the camera would stay particularly still. And Markiplier, he's getting flung all around the ship, and the camera's kind of staying stagnant, and I didn't really like that. I would have wished, if he was about to fly this way, the camera would have, followed him as he hit the wall, and, it would go up and down with him. And, because I feel like they did it specifically so that the camera's here, and you see him flying around this place, so that you can actually see what's going on, because I feel like in the second half, whenever the camera's actually shaky and it's moving around with the chaos, I feel like it was a little bit harder to see what was going on in that portion of the film. So I do wish they would have... I like the idea that they used the long shots. I just wish that they would have not had the camera be stagnant
during the long takes, and they actually moved the camera with the commotion of the submarine. I felt like the runtime was a little bit long. I feel like it could have been shortened a little bit. Now, I do know Markiplier edited the whole film, which I have to give him props. Editing isn't easy, but as a YouTuber, I feel like he had that training and he had editing on lock, like he knew what he was doing, which is really good. However, I do feel like the film could have been a little bit faster paced, because especially near like the climax of the film, it definitely picks up really quickly. But I just feel like it could have been edited a little bit. The runtime didn't have to be more than 2 hours. I feel like it could have been shrunken down to like an hour 45, and we would have gotten the same result as a film. We wouldn't have been cutting too much important stuff. Speaking of the climax of the film, I actually really did enjoy it, because I liked how the film had, like, they waited to do the submarine got a leak until the end of the film. I'm glad that that wasn't an issue for the entire film, but that became the biggest issue near the end, and that's what really ramps up the pace of the film as a whole. I did like that, and I liked the reveal that the blood was also toxic. I thought that was a nice, I thought that was very cool how they did that. I would say, I would rate the film personally a 4 out of 5, or like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And here's my Letterboxd review, because it goes a little bit more in depth. Also, big update. Remember how I said my roommate wouldn't be joining us for the vlogs and my adventures? Well, this morning, he knocked on my door, and we had a little bit of a reunion. Everybody here at the dorm, we got to say hi to him, got to catch up, we got to figure out what was going on, more personal stuff, which I'm not going to get into because that's not it's not my place to say. But he does say that he wants to stay involved and keep in touch with us. So, and I do want to go on like a hike and vlog my hike, and he said that he's been wanting to do that too, so that might be something that we do together for a vlog. But yeah, I'm glad to know that he's okay, that he's safe, that he's alive. Fun fact, actually, in the video title, what was it called? So It Begins, and that video, which you can actually watch right there, nice little plug. Okay, in that video, I do make a couple mentions of him, but there were a couple times that I mentioned him where I had to cut it out. The first time was, I was like, guys, leave a comment down below if you think he got slimed. I cut that out because imagine if he did. If you did enjoy this video, like and subscribe because it helps me, and then also comment if you saw Iron Lung and what you would rate Iron Lung on a scale of 1 to 5 if you did see. And I will see you in another time, another place, someday, somewhere. Goodbye.